Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Today we're going to be discussing the energy that surrounds us beginning today, February 14th, through the end of the week. First of all, I want to start by saying Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope you get all the love that you deserve, and which starts with yourself, by the way, and continues throughout the year. We are surrounded by some very warm energy that still lingers from the new moon in Aquarius earlier this week. So let's enjoy it while it exists in and around us. On the 17th of this week, we are going to be seeing a square between Saturn and Uranus. And this really continues the breakdown to breakthrough cycle, or the construction zones that we've seen so far this year. As we've discussed, Saturn is the planet of taskmasters, making sure that we don't skip a step. And as you know, Uranus is the planet of sudden change, surprise, shock, awe. Now, Saturn is in Aquarius, and that is a dichotomy of sorts. Aquarius is all about freedom. And again, Saturn is the taskmaster planet. And then we've got Uranus, which is the planet of surprise, suddenness, shock, in Taurus, which happens to be an earth sign, but also is the tried and true, steady, slow pace, traditional means in which we do things. So that also sets up a dichotomy. So this square is going to further identify for us where our systems are rooted in 3D consciousness so that we can be aware of them and clear them away. This is the first of three of the same conjunctions, or excuse me, the squares that will occur over the course of the year. The next one is going to be on June 14th, and then the last on December 24th of this year. So again, at each one of these squares, we are going to be asked to identify where our systems of security are grounded in 3D consciousness versus 5D consciousness, so that we can reroute those to 5D consciousness. Again, 5D consciousness is trust, 3D consciousness is fear-based. So we're moving towards trust-based systems that give us our security. So again, that's on the 17th. There will be a very similar aspect 1 week later, as a matter of fact, on the 24th. The difference between those two dates is the moon is also going to jump in on a square on the 24th as well. So tense energies, again, dichotomies, traditional versus new, freedom versus control. These aspects that we've seen starting right around the first of the year are going to continue and be amplified on these particular dates. Lucky for us, on the 18th, Pisces, the sun steps into Pisces. So happy birthday to all of our Pisces folks out there. This energy, Piscean energy, is very altruistic, psychic. Our intuitive gifts will begin to shine. It's softer, it's more feminine, and it's rooted in emotions. So we're going from air energy, which is Aquarius, to Piscean energy, which is water. So again, it's more fluid. That is going to allow us to align with our higher vibration of unity consciousness and empathy. The low vibration of Pisces is self-pity and martyrdom, non-committal actions and responses. So as we go through this Piscean period of time, again, take a look at your energy levels and what you are, the energy that you are resonating with, and keep it up to that high vibration, unity consciousness, empathy, and caring, just caring for our fellow man is going to be important here. Then on the 20th, we have Mercury going stationary direct. I'm so excited to see this. Mercury went retrograde about 6 weeks ago, And whenever that happens, there is a hiccup of sorts when it comes to communications or the movement of things. So things that have been stalled, communication mishaps, they will begin to move forward. Something to note, whenever a planet goes stationary direct or stationary retrograde, that planet's energy is felt or heightened. It's felt at a much higher level than it would be otherwise. So you may notice some mercurial energy, very heady energy, communications, again, like I mentioned, that being heightened on Saturday and Sunday as Mercury begins to get back up to speed. Now, it takes some time for Mercury to get up to speed, so you can consider the shadow at the far end of this lasting around 7 to 10 days. Does it mean don't sign contracts, don't buy electronics? No, move forward. But just be aware that there may be a few hiccups, not to the degree that we've seen during the retrograde cycle. However, you will begin to see the fast-paced movement going forward, but you may see a couple of small hiccups while we remain in shadow until Mercury gets up to full speed, about 7 to 10 days after it goes stationary direct. So that's not much going on this week, but certainly enough to keep us aware of what we've witnessed already so far this year. I think the situation with Reddit and the stock market, the volatility that surrounded the GameStop situation reinforces power of the people. And we will continue to see that with Uranus and Aquarius. Uranus is the planet that governs Aquarius, and all of these planets still in Aquarius and will remain in Aquarius, some of them through the course of the year. We're going to continue to see this theme pop up, power of the people. When we collectively get together as a united front, what kind of changes can we make to structures that are being broken down, that are rooted in the 3D reality? So that's financial markets, as we have seen. I also expect on these Saturn-Uranus squares, you can expect to see a little volatility on those dates as well. Again, it's the power of the people. What are we going to begin to do as a collective that we're working on now individually, but as a collective, what kind of monumental steps are we going to be taking forward, rooted in that Aquarian energy and also unity consciousness, so that we can usher in that by the end of the year, this year. So as we move forward, what can we do with this energy? Again, continue to pause when we've got the Saturn and Uranus square. It's quite possible that it'll be tense, controversial, a lot of issues on a grand scale when it comes to the collective. Pause and make sure that your actions mirror that of the level of consciousness or the vibration that you wish to hold. Rooting in 5-dimensional energy is obviously would be my recommendation in order to alleviate the pangs of that 3D frustration and the breakdown of the old paradigm. So pause, eliminate fear, and begin to introduce heart-centered consciousness. We do have a full moon in Virgo near the end of the month, and Virgo is all about health and calming fears. The Virgo is the incessant need to be a perfectionist, and that full moon will help us understand that we can soften some of that a bit and introduce unity consciousness in the process. But that's also centered around the heart, stepping out of this mental energy that we're getting acclimated to and now introducing the heart for purpose of anchoring in the 5D consciousness at a heart level. So that's something we can start practicing now. So if you feel like the head energy can be confusing or draining, step back, pause, and engage your heart. I've heard folks, and I've done it myself, who consider the heart to be a third lung. When you are at a point when your head is just spinning and those unconscious thoughts keep coming and coming and coming, when you pause, introduce heart-centered consciousness. Introduce breathing techniques that include considering your heart as being a lung and allowing that air to flow through your heart and back out again. By engaging the heart, you are going to be able to raise your vibration and calm all that mental energy that comes along with the air energy that we're currently feeling as prominent. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a fabulous week. Please don't hesitate. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate your time in viewing the videos, and also, but I appreciate your feedback. If you know me personally, feel free to send me a text, but like I said, it helps others if you post a comment or a question that I'm able to answer publicly that may help someone else. Anyway, enjoy your week. Happy Valentine's Day again, and happy birthday to our Pisces folks coming up this week. I'll be with you in spirit, and I will be engaging my heart. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.